Yeah, if you enjoy listening to turn signals, you come to the right place. Lady, you don't deserve a driver's license, you self-entitled bitch. Just telling you guys something, give you a heads up. The older I get, the less concerned I am about hurting anybody's feelings. That's good. Okay. Drove all the way down here for nothing. Almost had a car crash in the parking lot. Thank you. Okay, so we'll park here for a few minutes in the relative safety of this dead end here. That's not to say that another one of these jerk-offs could somehow manage to get over here this far and hit me or something. How about that, boy? She just thought she was the only one out here, wasn't she? I don't care. I don't feel a bit sorry for anything that happens to people like that. See if I can get this thing hitched off the back here. Yeah, here we go. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'll give you a few final thoughts here. So, anyway, the main road is over to the right. When we went through the parking lot, it's over that way. So I've been going back and forth. I go up and down that road all the time going to work and back. And so I saw the Harbor Freight with one of the signs burned out of it, and I just assumed it was open, but obviously it's not. So looks like all these people going to Audi over here. I don't go up in there because it's not enough selection. I'm just, it's like this. I'm not overwhelmed with money, but I've just decided I'm not going to eat any cheap food. It's not happening. If I can't buy what I like to eat, it's good quality food, it's not loaded with preservatives and artificial ingredients and artificial flavors, then I guess I'll just die. Anyway, back I was going to say, there's this channel on YouTube I've been subscribed to for a little while, and it started off pretty good. I think his name is Sleeper Dude or something like that. So he's been giving the masses what they want. See, I'm telling you, look, here comes one down here just for no damn reason. That's like parking in a parking lot and purposely parking as far away from the building as you can when there's nobody around you. Yet you come out of the building 30 minutes later doing your shopping, and some goon is parked over there next to you. All right, well, they must be able to, I'm looking in the mirror, they must be able to get around the side of the building over this Audi, all the Audi fans. But so anyway, he's got this channel going, and he started off pretty good. He was doing a lot of cold starts and rescues and revivals, the same script that a lot of people are using these days. That's fine. Some of it was pretty interesting, but I just, far be it for me to judge what people do, but I started just getting, when I watched his video, I just kind of started getting a real not good vibe about stuff he was doing, because he was, I thought, this guy's delving into, he's leaning towards hack status real quick. He do some stuff. He keeps calling tires casings for some reason. Why is he stuck on that? I don't understand that. It's funny the first 1,000 times you say it, not the next 1,000. Give it a rest, okay? So anyway, he's doing this stuff, and got several cars that they're not valuable really, but they're old cars and they're complete, and they're gonna be one day. If you're smart enough to invest in cars right now, they're not gonna lose their value, I'll tell you that. So anyway, this guy, finally the other night was a breaking point for me being subscribed to him, because he has this, I think it's a 67 Thunderbird. It's pretty complete. It's not in good shape. It needs restored. But he gets this thing running. Somebody donated him a carburetor. They rebuilt a carburetor for him after, I guess, they realized that he just had no talent at rebuilding carburetors. And not everyone does. But, so, anyway, so he gets this thing running, and the last video he's going to fix the brakes on it, and I use that word facetiously, fix the brakes. So this, I made a comment on one of his videos. I just couldn't restrain myself. Normally I don't, and I try not to call people names or anything nasty like that, but I just told him, that's such a poor job. What he did was, all right, this is a 4,500 pound car, this Thunderbird, with a big block. Well, they call it big block. It's 390. Heavy car. So anyway, the brake booster's jammed up on it, just like the one in my Chrysler was, and these probably needs master cylinder. So what's this dude do? His solution is to take the brake booster off of it, power brake booster, and the master cylinder, and get rid of the power brakes, and put on some kind of master cylinder, manual brake master cylinder that does not belong on that car, and no way, no how's it ever going to fit. So he's an excellent mechanic, obviously. So he takes this thing and he gets it bolted on. First of all, okay, so that Ford has a sort of a complicated arrangement as far as the brake booster goes, but it's just like the one on my Chrysler. I recognize exactly how it's set up. The booster does not bolt directly to the firewall. It's got a bracket that bolts to the firewall, and then the booster assembly bolts to the bracket. So there's bolts in there, and there's a pin or two and a clip, and things have to be removed, to get the thing off there. But this guy can't do that. Either he doesn't understand it, or he doesn't know how to do it, or he doesn't care to know how to do it. So his solution was, and I'm not making this up, he took a Sawzall and cut the brake booster off of it. No kidding, that's what he did. And so I thought, yeah, I'm not watching much more of this. And I wonder if that was the ghost of Steve Jobs sending me a message there. So anyway, he's doing all that, and so next thing he does, he puts the thing, he cut through the push rod. The push rod comes from the brake down there at the brake pedal to the master cylinder. There's a push rod. It's a very hard steel push rod, will not bend. And so anyway, he does that. He cuts through the thing with great difficulty and cuts it too short. And so he puts the thing on there, mounts it. First of all, the dum-dum didn't realize or doesn't understand that you don't mount, if you use a manual brake booster, a manual brake master cylinder, it bolts directly to the firewall, which they never went on a Thunderbird anyway that I'm aware of, not in that era. So he gets this thing on there and bolts it on, and the push rod, what's left of it, the half of the push rod that's still there, is too short. So you know what this genius did? You got to watch I'd say watch his video, but I wouldn't support anything like that. This genius took a bolt, some kind of like a grade 5 bolt, and hacked it off roughly the length it's supposed to be, and welded it to the end of the actual what's left of the push rod, and did it that way. He said, I don't know, man, I hope this ain't too long. Like that. I mean, the dude's got a goat walking around under the hood, So this is incredibly dangerous. It's like, and he puts this on YouTube. Can you believe it? So anyway, then he takes his kids down the road for a ride in it, and they're going, I don't know how fast they're going, not flying, but they're just, giving it gas and stuff, and I'm thinking, what incredible poor judgment. I'm out of here. I'm not watching that. When there's a car wreck, I hope they're not, but when there's a car wreck, or somebody copies him, lawsuit. So, man, don't do stuff like that. If you're, redneck mechanics, which we shouldn't even call them redneck mechanics, redneck people that work on cars, do things to cars. Let's say it that way. They'll do something that makes some of the most poor decisions you'll ever see in the name of just because, I'm sorry to say it, but rednecks are lazy. A lot of them are lazy, not every one of them. But when I came out of my neighborhood this morning, somebody's garbage can down on the part of the road that's close into town where all the kind of sketchier looking houses are. They, man, this camera, I don't know how hot this thing is, but I can't already hold this thing. Their garbage can got turned over by the wind, I guess, the other morning, about a day or two ago, and it was all across the road and everything. So they apparently today, or at some point, they got out there and picked most of it up. That's the thing about those people. They can't ever pick every last piece of anything up. They get about 2/3 of it, and they start losing steam. They want to go back in and watch TV or mess with their phone or whatever the case is. But they will never, a redneck that I've seen in my lifetime will never ever actually clean something totally. Anyway, so this guy, you know, he's got the goat. Back to that story, he's got the goat going and stuff, and eating his tools. You know, I'm thinking, man, no way. And then I'm you know, and my comment was, it's on there if you want to read it, but my comment was not nasty, but it was just, I called him out, you know, because really it's maybe doing him a little bit of a favor not to put crap like that on YouTube, because ultimately you're responsible for it. And you know, in a fashion, somebody could theoretically sue you if they got killed doing that stuff. So I said, well, I saw him do it, or at least put a disclaimer up there, say, well, I'm an idiot, I'm an unskilled mechanic, I'm an unskilled redneck, so don't do this stuff, you'll probably die or something like that. But anyway, so I was out, so I put a comment up there. And of course, a couple of these goons, these YouTube streaming goons that sit on their couch and their chair, you know nothing about cars, and have only probably a faint connection to reality of anything mechanical. They had to pick on me a little bit and say, oh, it's only too big for the britches. No, somebody's pretty damn smart that they don't do stuff like that. If you support things like that you're an idiot. I mean, that's the bottom line. You're a fool. So the other thing was too, and it's about YouTube. We'll get a couple of YouTube rants off my chest here, and then I'm going to pull out and go back. I guess I'll go back home. But anyway, so the other thing I've just been distressing to me, I've noticed, because I think the guy's a fake, and I know he's got these bots and stuff that allegedly supporters and commenters on his channel, and they're not. It's bots and things like that just to drive his views up. But this our old friend, what's his name, Vice Grip Garage, I guess he's become the official YouTube hero of car revivals or something like that. But now I'm hearing people, I'm seeing people making comments on YouTube, stuff like, well, Vice Grip Garage does it this way, or this isn't as good as what Vice Grip does. You know what? Nobody effing cares how he does stuff. He does it his way. The rest of us are individuals. We do it our way. So, and please don't say copycat and say clean on this or battery or anything like that. Try hard to be an individual, okay? Don't do that. It's you know, that brand is, I guess that's what it is. It's a brand. That deal is probably, you know, he's going to have his moment in the limelight, and then there's going to be a next Vice Grip Garage and a next Vice Grip Garage, and you know, that's just the way it is. I mean, it's nice that people have filled the void since Roadkill took their toys and went home in the name of money. So anyway guys, I just thought I would just since I'm sitting here and can't go in and buy anything, I thought here and talk a little bit. There was one of these in Decatur, which I'm not going to because it's a lot of traffic, and there's one in Huntsville I'm also not going to because of the same reason. So there's one where I'm going Monday for work. I'll just stop by and get whatever I want to get there. So I hate that I didn't get to go. I didn't pay any attention to this thing. I didn't come in here looking at the actual store. I just, like I said, just drove by. So, oh well, I guess we'll just go back home. I need to turn this camera off. This thing is red hot. I'm recording in 4K, so hopefully it's a usable video. I mean, I'm going to use it regardless, but the audio, this car is an old car, and it leaks wind around the doors over there on each side, so that's what you're hearing a lot of. And just nothing I can do about it because there's no replacements for the seals. They're as good as they can get. So, alright guys, well, I better go before this GoPro explodes in my face or something. See if I can get out of here without another SUV dingbat coming at me wide open. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy these things. You all were asking about the driving videos. I'm glad to do them when I can. So take care, and we'll see you around. And no, it's not battery. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the ride. See you on the next one.